What's up, guys? My name is Sergeant Manley, and I found a mod that was kind of interesting, so I thought I would play it and see how it goes. It's called Rage Transportation, where you can do jobs as a truck driver or do bus routes or stuff like that. So I figured I would do a bus route, and I think we're going to take the Dash Hound here and do something. I found this pet model. He's about the closest thing I could think of to a coach driver. He looks a little creepy. That's not saying anything about bus drivers. That was just a comment on the PED that I didn't space my thoughts properly. But yeah, he looks a little creepy. He walks pretty slow. I should have tested that out first. Jesus, come on, dude. Put a little bit of pep in your step. But I thought this mod was interesting, so I figured I would try it out. I've done a little bit of testing with it. Black Hollow's done a little bit of testing with it. And he was having some issues, but I think mine is fairly stable. I'm gonna turn that radio off so we don't tick anybody off. Where is it? 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 There it is. Turn that off, and we will start the route. Let's do Los Santos to Paleto Bay. It's going to be a pretty slow-paced kind of game, more or less just enjoying the scenery of GTA 5. If I can think about something to say, we'll do a little vlog style kind of thing here. So let's get going to our first stop and see what kind of weird, wacky AI things we can discover. But yeah, I checked the channel out today, and it's doing a lot better than I expected it to be doing at this point. I've got 29 subscribers as of today when I recorded this, and my GTA 5 videos, the 5 Reborn and the LSPDFR, they're getting almost 40 views. That's insane to me, to think that there are already almost 30 people that are interested in the content that I make. That's something I never thought would happen. But I'm glad you guys are here for the ride. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the content that I make, and I hope you stick around for a whole lot more content, because there is more to come. We had planned to do the last heist, Runt, Black Hollow, and I, quite a while ago, but as you may or may not know, Black Hollow has run into issues. NVIDIA Share just won't record for him, so he's been saving up to get an Elgato, which I've looked at the Elgato, and I don't know if it's a viable solution for me. Share works fine for my purposes. I use OBS, or I've tested OBS, and I think it works okay when I'm streaming, but it's going to need a lot of playing with if I ever want to record with it, because it's not as plug and play for the oh, way to go, buddy. Way to go, Taco Truck. But it's not as plug and play, I guess you could say, as Share is. And in reality, Share is a little too user-friendly, if that makes any sense, for my taste, because I can't configure audio devices, and I can't configure... there are a lot of things that you can't configure with Share that I would like to be able to mess with. And it just doesn't let you do it, because it's made to... it's made to be easy to use. It's made kind of in the style of the Xbox DVR, which I understand. People, average users, just want an easy way to play games and and take snapshots of footage that was really cool, and I understand that. But it feels like when they first started, they were going towards, they were going more for people that were recording content on a regular basis and recording a lot of content. So they were aiming for YouTubers. They were aiming for streamers. They were aiming for people that were going to use it to its fullest extent. And with Share, it kind of feels like they dumbed it down a lot. I'm not any part of NVIDIA. I don't know why they did it, but I definitely don't understand it. So we're gonna sit here for a little bit, let people hop on the bus, and I'll catch you guys when we get back on the route. Oh, come on, buddy. Hit the gas. Let's... Oh, great. Great, I love the AI in GTA 5. They're just the best. Absolutely the best. You couldn't ask for anything better. Could not ask for anything better. Oh, what? There is something wrong with my game because the AI are just absolutely, they're just stupid. they're, I can't think of any other phrase to use. They are just stupid right now. Why is that? Huh. I'm trying to use the turn signal to make it legit, but it, oh, there it is. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. But at our last stop, we picked up a decent amount of people. It looks like we've actually got a few more stops before we get going, before we head out on our actual destination. Anybody else after that? Yep. But this is GTA, and if you're not aggressive with the AI, they're never going to let you through. So I'm going to cut through there, and we're going to stop right on a hill. Turn my turn signal off. Oh, well, hey there. You want to use the brakes a little earlier instead of trying to rear end me? But for those of you that don't know, Runt actually opened up a public Discord for himself. He's been using Jeff's Discord, and you know, when he does the live streams and stuff, we all hang out in there. But he decided it would be a good idea to open up his own, just so that way, if Jeff ever wants to do anything on his Discord at the same time Runt happens to be live streaming or anything like that, you know, there's no overlap or no kind of conflict there. And we've had a decent amount of people join. If you guys ever want to talk to me, I'm actually hanging in there a good amount of time, where you know, you get to hear you get to hear the normal kind of banter that goes on between our crew. You get to hear the normal kind of banter that goes on with our crew. You know, pretty much anything you hear in the heist that's typically how we talk to each other. So it's a lot of fun being in there with everybody and getting to meet people that are getting to meet, you know, the what am I trying to say? It's interesting, you know, kind of hearing the voices behind the usernames. Like, there have been a couple people that have joined in that I've seen in the comment section, even a few that I've even seen in mine, that are really, really awesome people. Actually, they're pretty cool to talk to. We've met a few people that were pretty cool. We've already had our fair share of trolls, but what public community doesn't? right? But it looks like this route only has 3 stops. We're probably on our way to Paleto right now. Trucking along at about 30 miles an hour because this guy doesn't want to pick up speed. Just like the old ladies that love to ride the brakes as they go down a hill because they're afraid to pick up any speed. Oh, hey, look, there's Prophet. Oh, I was too busy staring at him. Oops. I was too busy watching the deer. And that is why you don't drive distracted, people. So let's just pretend that didn't happen. Is everybody all right with that? I'm all right with... See, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. A bus would be able to make that turn in real life. That's just stupid. So we're going to stop and wait for this guy to get through here. Come on. Yes, I'm waiting on you. I don't know, I'm kind of a stickler for graphics and for physics, and speaking of graphics, look at that view. That is awesome. Get a nice look at Zancudo there. But, you know, I'm a stickler for simulators and for stuff like that. I expect a lot out of games, and I'd usually end up being disappointed by things, but like I was saying earlier, this is Grand Theft Auto. It was never meant to be, you know, a simulator of any kind. It was meant to be a game for chaos and for violence. When you really get down to it, that's what it was. That's what it is. And you know, trying to tap into the code and make the game something it isn't, and make the AI do something other than what they've been hard-coded to do isn't always easy. So, you know, I give a lot of credit to anybody that makes scripts that help us play LSPDFR or do stuff that we were never intended to do in the game. That's something that goes way, way over my head. I've tried doing some development. I've tried programming before. My first semester of college, I was actually a computer science major, and my decision to stay a computer science major lasted about a week. And it's not like the coding that we were doing was hard, but I saw the coding and the programs that some of my colleagues were making, my colleagues at work, I should say. I saw some of the scripts that they were making, some of the stuff that they were doing, and they would talk about how long it took them to do this, and how long just how long they sat there and stared at a wall of text to figure out why something wasn't working. And that is not me at all. I have an eye for visual things. I have the mind to manipulate physical and visual things. So when it comes to trying to visualize what a script is going to do, or what a line of code is going to do, or something like that, I don't have the ability to... I don't have the ability to think about how things like that work. I mean, I guess I do. Or I could if I wanted to learn. What I'm trying to say is I don't really have the patience to sit there and just stare at a wall of code and figure out why it is or isn't working. Now, if there's you know, an XML file or something like that, I can take a look at it and you use context clues and figure out why, you know, why a specific key or something like that. And I can even pick apart, not really advanced, but I would say, um, you know, average scripts and kind of see what they do and things like that. But as far as me sitting down and writing something, I'm just not that interested in it. Those, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's not that appealing to me to do. Is the general point I'm trying to get across here. We're going about 50 miles an hour, and we're about to slow down because the AI never does the actual speed limit. They do about 15 or 20 under or 15 or 20 over. There is no happy medium with these guys. But we're about 2 miles out from our destination. That actually went by a little faster than I expected it to. Oh, come on, guys. Come on. Don't. You're basically at a dead stop up this hill. We're not even doing 10 miles an hour right now. Okay, now we are, but... Come on. But yeah, as you guys can tell, when I'm just doing normal GTA 5 gameplay or something like that, everything is fairly stable. I only run into issues when I start running LSPDFR and a few scripts underneath it, which is... I've come to the conclusion that it's a RAM issue. My computer is not a slacker, but the only bottleneck, the only thing that could possibly be a bottleneck is that I only have 8 gigs of RAM. So in the near future, I'm probably going to bump that up to 16, but I might do 32 just so I can have that extra headroom when I'm editing videos and stuff like that. But I'll have to save up some money, do a little bit of research, because from what I remember when I initially built this computer, RAM is kind of a funny thing. There are different speeds and there are different elements to it, but overall it doesn't really make that much of a difference as far as speed and everything like that goes. What really matters is the type of RAM it is and how much you have, if I remember correctly. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that. But that's probably the main bottleneck I have right now. Which is good, if it is, because it's a relatively cheap fix. It'll, you know, less than or just a little bit over $100 for the amount that I'm looking to get, which would be 32. And you know, in a perfect world, all of my problems would go away. Okay, this is ridiculously slow. I can't stay behind this guy anymore. I know we're almost at our destination, but I just... Oh, hello. But I just can't stay behind that guy. anymore. The speed limit is supposed to be 55, and he's not even doing 30. Oh, watch out. Already had one accident because of a deer. I don't need another. Oh, there's the other one. Don't run in front of me. I'm actually curious to see. Well, I know they will, but anybody that's watched any LSPDFR or SAPDFR, anything like that, knows that the AI are even dumber than normal in Paleto Bay. They do, 10 under in this area and 20 over at the other end of this stretch of Paleto. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But I think this is our third and final stop. So we will open the doors, watch people get off. Don't walk into traffic, or do. It's not really my job to figure out once you do or tell you. So we had 3 stops, 7 passengers, and made $2,000. Right, that seems legit. So, I'm going to leave this episode here, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know once you thought about it down in the comments. If you kind of like this semi-vlog style, just me driving and talking, because I might do it a little bit more. Maybe not in GTA, but we'll see. So yeah, just let me know what you thought down in the comments. I'm always open to feedback, and I will see you guys next time.